Hey guys, this is Umar, and in this video we are going to learn about two most popular control panel, open source control panel, which is aaPanel and cPanel. Buying cPanel plans is pretty expensive for each and every project. You can't purchase a new cPanel program or cPanel operating system. So if you don't want to pay for shared hosting and you want to host your application yourself, you have that kind of technical knowledge to do it, so you need a clean and perfect user interface for your application. So introducing cPanel alternatives, which is aaPanel and cPanel. You can purchase root servers from these cheap providers, which is Headzener, Contabo, AWS, Google as well. They provide you root servers which cost very minimal money if you pay them a right price and if you use it according to your use case. So you can install aaPanel and cPanel with root access. We are going to compare both, what are the pros and cons of both these control panels, what kind of web servers it supports, what applications you can install, WordPress, e-commerce, JavaScript, Flutter, all kind of applications you can install on your cloud VPS. So let's dive into the video. Go to my screen and see the comparison between aaPanel and cPanel. So we are on my screen now. Let's start with cPanel. We will see details about cPanel and what are the pros and cons of cPanel. So cPanel is a lifetime free hosting control panel that can be installed on any Unix based machine. So let's go ahead and talk about technology stacks that cPanel support. So it is a lightweight. cPanel is lightweight, it supports good performance, and it have high security. You can install cPanel in Ubuntu operating system, Debian operating system. For web servers, it only supports Nginx. You can install Python applications. For database, it only supports MySQL or MariaDB. It supports PHP, and it supports Redis cache for database caching. It supports FTP. You can also install Node.js applications, Yarn package, and also Varnish cache. Uh, these are some technology stacks that cPanel supports. System requirement wise, cPanel need 1 core CPU, 2 GB memory, and at least 10 GB of hard disk. You can install cPanel on ARM 64 machines or x86 machines, where right now there are many machines that you can purchase ARM architecture as well. Let's talk about what applications you can install using cPanel. So you can install any PHP application, you can install any Node.js applications, any Python application. For pre-built, pre-coded applications, you can install WordPress, Laravel, CodeIgniter, WooCommerce, Nextcloud, Magento, Drupal, Joomla, and many others. Applications can be installed on cPanel. Let's talk about pros and cons of cPanel. So cPanel is basically clean and easy to use user interface. Your user experience will be really great, and it is a lightweight applications where you only need a single core CPU, 2 GB of RAM, and 10 GB of storage. So it can be installed on lightweight servers as well. It have a robust security measures in place. It supports 2FA. It supports private login per domain basis or per uh, account basis, where you can limit user as a manager of the website host. You can install cPanel on major cloud providers as Headzener, Contabo, AWS, DigitalOcean, uh, and many more. And also it allows you to create a separate account for each domain. For example, if you are selling your cloud services to a client, you don't need to give him a core access to the server. So what you can do is create a basic account for that specific domain that the client owns, and give them the access to the panel so they can upload files, they can take backup of database, and etc. Cons are cPanel only support Nginx web server, so no Apache or Lightspeed web server support is given. It only supports MySQL and MariaDB, so you can't use PGSQL or MongoDB with cPanel. Admin account is connected inside the database, so if your database servers goes offline, your cPanel admin panel will also goes offline. So that is one major flaw that I recommend cPanel team to fix and create, and allow users to create a separate admin with a local database, where if your MariaDB database is gone offline, your admin panel should work anyway. It does not support mail servers, and no additional plugins or add-ons are available till date for cPanel. Let's take a look about how Cloud Panel looks and how it works. So this is a demo version of Cloud Panel. You can check it out by the link given in the description. So once you are done with the installation, it will open this kind of interface. What you can do, add new sites. So when you click add sites, they give you an option to create a WordPress site, a PHP site, a Node.js site, static HTML, Python website, or a reverse proxy server. So once your website is set up, so let's go, I'm going to take example of PHP. So when I manage it, so you can have your domain root directory, you can set up a password for the site, you can set up SSH keys to log in via SSH, you can change your PHP version here. It's supposed 7.1 up to 8.2, and this is what php.ini file. You can easily edit it from here. You don't need to just code somewhere. And second thing about vhost, this is nginx vhost file where you can edit whatever things you need. Here is database. You can create new database, and you can create new database users directly from the site section. You can enable or disable varnish cache. It depends on your use case, and it supports lifetime free SSL. So you can create new let's encrypt SSL, and it will be renewed every month automatically, every 3 months automatically. For security measures, it gives IP blocking option, bot blocking option, basic authentication where users can't log in into your Cloud Panel without any basic authentication. It supports Cloudflare integration directly. You can create SSH users and FTP users as well. And this also gives you file manager where you can easily upload or delete files. So you don't need any external services or paid plugins for file manager. You can adjust your cron jobs here, and here are your website logs. So whatever error happening or access log or error log, so you can find it here. And let me just take you to the dashboard section where you can see it is installed in Ubuntu 22.4, and currently the server have 2 CPUs. So whatever your instance will be from whichever provider you buy, so this server is currently hosted on Hetzner. Whatever your provider is, it will be listed here. Your public IP will be listed here, so you need to map this IP to your domain to it work. So here is the monitoring. So it monitors, it gives you a graph of last 30 minutes of activity. That's the bare minimum you will get. You will not get real time monitoring with this plugin, with this hosting. So in the monitoring part, here you can see CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, and load, whatever the load is happening currently on the server. So let's go to the admin area. What you can do in admin area, you can add multiple users. For example, I will add a new user. So I can give this user a specific role as a user, and I can give him access to only specific domain. So if you are selling hosting services, so you can use this, or if you are an agency and you give hosting to your clients, so you can give them this specific access, so they have access only to their domain only. So events, so if an event is happening on your Cloud Panel, it will be shown here. Instance, so what are the services currently installed? So right now, I as I told you, nginx is only supported and MySQL is supported. So you can restart your instance from here. You can stop it by the command, but it is not recommended. And in settings, you can, so it will display the specific IP address to log in into the server. You can set your time zone from here. Going to the backups, so it only supports these providers: Amazon, Wasabi, DigitalOcean, Dropbox, Google Drive, SFTP, and custom rclone config. It doesn't support OneDrive. Security, here is your firewall. You can add or remove rule. Basic authentication, you can turn on two-factor authentication here. So here you can set domain name to log into the server. Currently it is set to domain.cloudpanel.io. You can also connect your external database servers here. You can connect remote database servers. So example, if you are buying, you are having a custom host for web servers and custom host for database servers, or you are buying any remote servers from MySQL directly or any MongoDB server, so you can connect it here. So currently it integrates Hetzner API, so you can automatically take backups using Cloud Panel only. For support wise, you can contact their team. So this is what Cloud Panel is. Let's go to aaPanel and see what it provides. Let's now talk about aaPanel. So aaPanel is also a free and easy to use hosting control panel. It is a lifetime free control panel, and it also have an options of paid plugins. So let's see what are the pros and cons of aaPanel. So pros of aaPanel is same as it is have a clean and easy to use user interface. aaPanel supports all three web servers, Nginx, Apache or Lightspeed. You can install any one at a time. It supports all kind of databases which is MySQL, MariaDB, MongoDB or PGSQL. You can install up to 2 database servers at a time. You can use MySQL or MariaDB. You can use MongoDB or PGSQL. It also works with major cloud providers like Hetzner, Conchavo, AWS, DigitalOcean, Hetzner, Akaima, and many more. It also have an extensive plugin libraries where you can add on many things to your aaPanel account. It admin account is completely separate from the database server. So if your database server goes offline, you can also log in into your aaPanel and restart the server or fix whatever issues you are facing. So aaPanel supports mail server as well, so you can host your own email server. You don't need to pay to the providers to buy more email addresses. Cons: you need a bit more technical knowledge to fix things around. You don't have option to create user accounts in cloud panel. You have options to block users to access all domains. Users can log into the specific domains only, but in aaPanel, users, you only have option to log in as admin. Security plugins are paid options, so if you want more security, you need to pay for those plugins. So let's dive into aaPanel's web servers. So let's dive into aaPanel dashboard and see what features it provides you. So once you install your aaPanel, you can log in into your aaPanel as admin, and this is what interface you get. On top you will get load status, so what percentage of my server is getting used, what percentage of cpu is getting used, how much memory is used and how much storage is getting used. Here you can see overview, how many sites you have, how many ftp accounts you have, how many databases you have. So let's go to the website part. Here you can see how many php projects I have, and here you can see how many node.js products I have currently. So right now I'm not using any node.js website, so you can see node.js projects here. Of course you can also see proxy projects here. You can also install next.js project as well in node.js application. It also supports WordPress toolkit. You need to buy the premium version for this, aaPanel's premium version to use WordPress toolkit. So it supports ftp. In database part, it supports MySQL, SQL Server. You can connect your remote database here. You can have MongoDB, you have Redis cache, and you also have PGSQL. It also supports Docker functionality, but you need a premium version of aaPanel to work with this. This is what monitoring looks like. Here you will get complete monitoring system, how much power is getting used, how much load. So you can get up to 30 days of data here. In security, this is what my firewall is. You can set up rule, disable ports, etc. You can change your ssh login details, ssh password. This is what entry intrusion is, but you need pro version for this. System hardening, you also need pro version. WAF, you need a pro version of aaPanel to access this WAF functionality. And mail server, so I have set up my mail server with this application. So you can see how many mails are getting sent successfully, how many getting are bounced, how many mails are getting failed. You have a complete file manager as well. You can see website logs here. You can directly access terminal, but sometimes it doesn't work, so this is not a pretty perfect application, but you can try it out here. You can set up cron jobs for per domain or per application. This is what app store looks like. You have tons of free apps available. These are some paid applications which is not installed, but you can just play around and install many versions of php. It supports php 5.2 as well, so the oldest version of php is supported in aaPanel. You can have MongoDB, Memcache and many other applications, so you can just log in and play around with the here you can see the primary settings of the server, which I am not going to show you because these have some personal informations. And here you can see what kind of version I'm using, Ubuntu's version. And of course this panel is completely free. For paid version, you can purchase it for $288 per year, $499 for 3 years, $699 for lifetime. So these are some pro versions available. So it gives you all paid plugins. All paid plugins are available with WP Toolkit, replaceable IP, and many other services. So yeah, this is it for the comparison of aaPanel and cloud panel. So you can just take a look and select what control panel you would like to use for your cloud VPS. So if you enjoyed this video, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and comment what kind of more content you would like to see related to website development, hosting, and SEO. So this is your host Umar signing off.